Like the,
I call this meeting to order. The time 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. I have a roll call, please.
Councilmember Tyne,
Here.
White,
Here.
Richard,
Here.
Oliver,
Here.
Hendricks,
Here.
Furtado,
Here.
Mayor Samuel.
Here. We'll move on to item 2, the approval of the agenda. Are there any changes to tonight's agenda? Hearing none, the agenda will stand as presented. On to item 3, consent agenda. 3.1 minutes of regular meeting of July 21st, 2026. 3.2, approval of bill list dated July 31st, 2026, and payroll ledger dated July 24th, 2026. 3.3, excused absence for council member Rachel Tyne, the July 21st, 2026 regular council meeting. 3.4, consideration of approval, use town-owned property, Dillon Yacht Club's 2026 Dillon O. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Call, please.
Councilmember Oliver,
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
Furtado,
Yes.
Hendricks,
Here.
Tyne,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Mayor Samuel.
Yes. On to item 4, citizen comments. Citizens are asked to limit their comments to 3 minutes. Council will take comments into consideration but will not make decisions at this time. Council will not engage in back and forth dialogue but may respond to a speaker with brief factual information or refer the speaker to the town manager to arrange a meeting with an appropriate staff member for discussion of the speaker's topic at an appropriate time. However, the council has no obligation to engage with the speaker by either of the foregoing methods or at all. So the first person on the comment sheet is Rabbi Joel Schwartzman. And state your name and address, please.
I'm Rabbi Joel Schwartzman. I live at 220 East Levante Street here in Dillon. I had thought that the town of Dillon was redeemed and revived after the recall election. Alas, my hopes have dwindled of late. The reputation that Dillon had acquired was one of dissension. And for a while there, the town seemed for sale and not for the better. But that initiative was staved off, and my town went searching for its soul with numerous sessions dedicated to what would be necessary to revitalize, or rather, vitalize the town. I've been monitoring the council meetings since the recall with a hope that I might witness a turnaround. However, the opposite seems to have been happening. More and more, Dillon seems to be seen as the sick person of Summit County. The town governance seems chaotic, and one need go no further than to read articles that have appeared in the Summit Daily News to garner that impression. I watched the video of the last town council meeting, and the impression I came away from that experience with was that there was an undercurrent of something ugly. I don't know what the particulars were, and I'm not interested in knowing what they might have been. But I came tonight in the hopes of encouraging my council members to aim higher. This centers around the dignity of the offices you hold. Dignity. It requires all of us to put the good of the town before everything else. It demands of you that you consider the consequences of your statements and of your decisions. Because what has been coming across, as I said, presents our town in at best a poor light. We have endless potential here. You know that. But who would want to invest in a place that seems at odds with itself? Who would want to volunteer for the town where the council members can't seem to get it together and move in a positive direction? Who would want to work under the circumstances where so little is certain and so much rancor rumbles beneath the surface of governance? We have better things to do than to squabble over insignificant issues. Is that what it's all about? Is it all about ego? I must bank that it not be so. When I was in the Air Force, on my way to becoming a full bird colonel, one of the cardinal rules I learned early and stuck to was to never challenge my boss in public. If I had a disagreement, I took it behind closed doors. No one benefits by a demonstration of open hostility or an atmosphere of sarcasm or cynicism or rancor. This is not a time for the council members to play niggy sob. Now I've got you, you SOB.
Rabbi, your 3 minutes or
Give me 2 more seconds and I'll be done.
2 seconds.
All right? It's time to put on our big boy and big girl pants and put Dillon above all other things. It's amazing what can get done if the spirit is one of cooperation and there's an attitude of mutual respect, even in the light of disagreement, for there is certainly room for that if it is conducted correctly. 1 more sentence. I come before you with deepening dismay,
All right.
but I'm
thank
not
you.
giving up hope.
Thank you, Rabbi.
All right?
We really appreciate you coming to
Thanks.
speak. Thank you. Chantel and Brad Footer. If you want to approach. Citizen comments. Okay, all right. Thank you for showing up. Well, thank you for attending the meeting. Donna and Kevin Keegan. It depends how many minutes you want to
2
speak.
seconds.
Nine
Not
or
gonna
10
draw
minutes.
You have, you
Donna
have
and Kevin,
3, vote 1 or 2. If you're going to both speak, then speak separately and
Okay.
you'll each get 3.
okay.
But name and address, please.
Donna, 370 Labonte Street here in Dillon. I'm here to talk about the trash dumpster that is being built at 350 next door to me. It's tremendous. It's an eyesore. It seems unnecessary. It's holding 1 dumpster and it's triple the size of every normal dumpster in town. I have some pictures if I could pass them out. I did go through the proper channels and I contacted Ned. I left him a voicemail twice about it. My husband emailed him. He never responded. It just seems tremendously large to hold 1 dumpster. Also on the second page is your, I guess, rules for the size of a dumpster. Housing, it seems quite vague. I hope you'll look at it and revise the rules.
So I'll jump in and just kind of reiterate the same thing. I think we're all here because we care about Dillon. And Dillon is going through a phase where Labonte Street is old. Things are being fixed. It's getting better. We have a 19-foot high dumpster shed. Seems a bit extreme. Seems to me, doesn't seem to follow the intent. I know it's never going to come down. It's going to be there for the next 25 years like the prior one was. But I too had an issue with Ned. I emailed Ned and said, hey, is the height correct? Never got a response. I do feel a public employee should respond to somebody that sends him an email and asks a simple question. Okay. I have owned 2 trash companies in the Aspen and Vail Valley, and I can assure you there is no quote trash reason for it to be that high. Okay. The old one was a wreck. It definitely needed to be replaced. What happened? That's all. What happened to it? It's just giant. I thought they were putting employee housing up top, but that's it. Thank you.
Scott, is that something you could maybe refer to Ned? to
I will.
Follow up. Thank you so much. Will anyone else in our audience would like to speak? Okay.
All right, so I only live up here. I'm an owner of a condo at the
Name and address,
Oh,
please, and then you'll have.
Brad
3
Footer, 350 East Labonte, Unit 37. So I only live up here 4 months out of the year. So when I came up here, 1st of June, I saw it and I'm like, wow, it is an eyesore. But at this stage, we got 60 grand in it. Nobody asked me about it with the designs and everything like that. The builder had blueprints. So an engineer drew them up. Obviously, it had to go through the HOA, it had to go through the city of Dillon, had to go through Summit County. So everybody signed off on it, so it's there. And a lot of people in the condos aren't happy about it either. But the board did it. They did it without notifying anybody. It's overdone. And too close to the road, I figured you guys would have setback rules, right? For something like that. So I don't know, maybe you want to look into your rules on that. Because everywhere I've been, I've lived in a lot of states, and every place that I've lived, there's always a setback line. And if you can build something that size, if it's on a front road, it's got to be 25 feet back from the setback line. Side lot lines usually are 8 foot off. So whatever your rules are, but evidently you all okayed it, so it's here to stay, I reckon. I think you can do anything about it, but we're not happy about it either, so.
All right, thank you so much. Anyone else from our, if you want to step up, name and address, you'll have 3 minutes.
I just want to say that this is a really, really good example of two HOAs not being able to compromise, not be able to conflict resolution, apparently did not get a mediator to help them figure out how to do this. Lakeview's president at the time, I understand, was a trash person in a past life. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was talking about. Our treasurer, apparently, who was in charge of this from Summit Yacht Club, refused to compromise or to talk or to carry on some kind of conflict resolution. So Dillon is stuck with it, we're stuck with it, and they're stuck with it. And it's really sad commentary on two HOAs that can't get along. Thank you.
Can you please give your name and address?
Dottie McKee, and I'm at 350 East Levante, number 41.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else would like to speak? If you'll come up, name and address, you'll have 3 minutes to speak.
My name is Linda Trevira, and I live 325 Tinglewood Lane. And although I live in Silverthorne, I just wanted to come to this meeting, and I'm a political ambassador for the Borgen Project. And the Borgen Project's main objective is to combat global poverty through passing legislation. And I just want to come and speak to you guys as a Summit County native for 20 years on the importance of it and the importance of addressing the global poverty beginning here at home. And I just wanted to give that brief summary. If you guys could look into it and support it, I would really appreciate it. So thank you.
Thank you so much. Anyone else in our gallery would like to speak? Is there anyone online who'd like to speak? No, there's no one online, so we'll close the citizen comment portion, move on to item 5, consideration of resolution number 39-26, series of 2026. This is a public hearing, a resolution by the Town Council of the Town of Dillon, Colorado, amending the budget and making supplemental appropriations to the general fund, capital fund, water fund, and sewer plant investment fund for the 2026 fiscal year. At this point, we'll open the public hearing. The time is 7:15 p.m. This is a staff presentation made by Carrie McDonald, our finance and management consultant. Carrie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mayor. So when you guys hired me back in May, one of the things you wanted me to do was to review all of the documents and make sure that the annual audit, the monthly and quarterly financials, and the annual budget tied together. And our goal was to ensure transparency and accuracy of reporting and create processes moving forward to gain council and public trust and confidence in a town's financial condition. So one of the first steps we took was to review the 2025 audit, which was almost completed at the time I started. We have balanced that to our accounting software, and we've now balanced it to our 26 budget document. So the 26 budget document that's attached actually has the 25 actuals in it that are audited and ready. We worked with the acting town manager and with all the department heads and supervisors to understand our 25 actuals and then to project our 26 budget numbers. In doing so, we've created a new budget for 2026, and it's before you tonight to amend the 2026 budget that was originally approved in December of 2025. So we would amend the entire budget, and all of the changes are attached to this resolution for your consideration. And then to make some supplemental appropriations, which are additional expenditures over and above what was approved last December. In doing so, there were several reasons why these are being amended and or the supplemental appropriations are included. One, we wanted to amend the beginning fund balance because it is now August, but before July. We wanted to amend our beginning fund balances because we now had accurate information as to how we ended 2025. So it gave us the ability to actually create accurate 2026 beginning fund balances. And those changes come because of the changes from the 25 estimates that were originally presented in the budget versus the 25 actuals that are audited and now available to us. We also wanted to adjust the 26 budget projections based on actual collections, since we have the opportunity now to do that because we are partway through the year and we have full numbers through June. Gave us the opportunity to change those budget projections for 2026. We needed to correct some allocations in payroll, interest, and lodging and excise tax for 2026. We, of course, needed to adjust our marina revenues and expenditures based on the low water levels and those impacts moving forward. We added some budget numbers for line items that were missing, and we eliminated the transfers. So that being said, all of that gives you the budgets that are proposed amendments that are before you tonight to make all of those changes with the supplemental appropriations for the general, capital, water operating side, and the sewer plant investment fund for those 4 funds. And again, those are just expenditures that are over and above what was originally approved. Some of the other funds have expenditures that are below, but we don't need to do a supplemental for those. So I'd be happy to answer any questions, go into any more detail that you would like, but that's essentially what is before you. And for the public's information, what we will do following this, if this resolution is approved by council tonight, we will put the revised budget with some narrative on the town's website for the public to be able to see the new budget. And it does show, when you look at the document, it does show the original budget in 2026 versus the proposed amended version and the difference. So it will give the public all the information they need to see how things have changed. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Well, before questions, council questions for you, we'll move on to the public comment. Is there anyone listed to speak for tonight? So there are no one has signed up to speak, so we'll close the public comment portion of the public hearing and move on to council questions for staff. So we'll open it up for questions.
No questions.
No? No questions.
Okay, so there's no questions from council. So at this point, we'll close the public hearing. The time is 7:21. Is there any additional discussion from council on this resolution?
I just wanted to say thank you it's really easy to read, really, I think it's easy to understand where the changes are, and I just wanted to thank you for making that really simple.
Great. You're welcome. Thank you, Barb.
Carrie and the team,
Yeah.
thank you.
Any other discussion? So is there a motion to approve resolution number 39-26, series of 2026?
So moved.
Second,
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Bertano,
yes.
White,
Yes.
Tyne,
Yes.
Oliver,
Yes.
Hendricks,
Yes.
Bertano,
Yes.
Mayor Samuel.
Yes. Okay, we'll move on to item 6, a review of future council agendas. Is anything additional, Scott?
No, so what I do want to say is that the agendas are going to get really busy for the next couple of months. And so at the next meeting, of course, we're going to be bringing part of the budget forward to you for your consideration, the small funds, but we will have budget-related items for the next couple of months. We also will have the town manager recruitment piece of it that will be a part of that. We are getting a lot of information from the various nonprofits that we work with related to the nicotine tax, and they all want to, of course, give reports now prior to our budget. So everything all right? Okay. So we're gonna, Adrian and I are gonna take a look at that and talk about how we fit those in, those budget requests from those different groups. So Building Hope, the early childhood educate, those kinds of groups and whatnot. So we're gonna get real busy, but I'd be happy if there's anything that people want to make sure we look at for the council agenda. Let me know.
Council comments?
The only thing I thought that was missing in the bullpen was the CMC Town Center redevelopment community process. We might need an update once they get going.
I'm going to talk about that in my manager's report.
Oh, okay, never mind. So, yeah, just kind of an ongoing update.
Right.
Yeah.
Linda?
I was, yes, I was at the PrAC meeting last evening, and they had a couple of updates. The community garden, Leslie's Community Garden did present a mural proposal. This is no cost to the community, and it did pass. We're going to have a mural, 3 sides of the shed that's in the community garden that will be a mural, the same artist who has done the mural on the back of the Tiki Bar, and who has also done the buffalo and the moose underneath I-70. It's the same mural. Let's turn it Natalie Warmel. So we're looking forward to that. That should be starting next week. And then also Evan had covered some of the new business. He was also at the meeting. He already covered it today in his recap with you guys, with everybody here. But the PrAC also discussed the 2027 budget schedule and recommendations that they'll be making to council for the next meeting. And then there was, oh, I already said with Evan. So sorry, that's some of my notes at home. So, and they were, I think that's about it. He covered the pickleball courts and covered the cemetery. I think that's it.
Other council comments? Committee reports?
The next EDAC meeting is Wednesday, August 12th. So I'll have a report at the next council meeting.
And mayor's report, there's 2 events. I'm signed up to go to the CAST, which is a 2-day event in Carbondale. And then Thursday we have countywide mayor managers, which will be at the Colorado Mountain College, which should be a nice breakfast. Outside of that, acting town, any more committee reports?
Oh, I just wanted to say so Linda and I did the last 2 coffee with councils. So they were different weeks apart in July. And we did have, the first day we were really busy. We had 17 folks. We had a line kind of before we even started. And then this last week we had just a study, and it was really good to hear from people. So I just wanted to encourage other people to, if you have a moment, it's interesting to do and it's pretty fun. And there's just all sorts of questions from CMC to pickleball to volunteer opportunities. We're just trying to catalog it all and we'll kind of put a little summary together at some point.
Acting Town Manager's report.
Mayor, Council, so I want to let all of you know that we've completed the advertising and the interviewing for the finance director position for the town of Dillon. We have selected a candidate from Florida and they have accepted. The gentleman's name is Matt Penzanski. He has decades of experience as a finance director in different capacities in Florida. We're very excited for him to join the team. Of course, he has a bit of a move on his hands, but the expected start date would be September 21st. Again, really looking forward to Matt joining the team. Sorry, does he what?
Have a place to live.
We're working that out. We think that we do have a town unit available temporarily, and I think we're going to utilize that on a short-term basis. I have not talked to you about that yet, but I do want to extend that offer to him because it's going to take him a little time to, I think, get out here and kind of figure out what's available and whatnot. So. The other thing I want to mention is that Ned and I participated in the interviews and reviews of the various proposals to CMC for the architectural services so to start designing the CMC project. So on Monday, Ned and I were pretty much all day at those interviews. We're still in discussion, so I'm not allowed to tell you who they are or anything like that, or who has been selected. But I'm really impressed with the different groups and the teams that were assembled who want to partake in that project. I think it's really exciting and very dynamic teams with different experience in not only the architecture, but in economic development and in finance and in consensus building and outreach and working with the public. And so a lot of different things for everyone to consider. So we're going to regroup probably next week and talk about the candidates and hopefully get started on that process pretty soon for that. Any questions on that? I also have a number of items in my report with some updates on what the different departments are doing and any questions about any of that.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank
so
you.
much. The next item is adjournment. Does someone want to entertain motion to adjourn?
I move to adjourn.
Any objections? Okay, regular meetings adjourned. Take 2 minutes and start the renewal.
All right.
Huh? You want to go right in?
I do.
Okay, let's go right in whenever you're ready.